I think the worst thing that could happen in a match is you or your opponent get hurt. You can have an absolute stinker of a match and beat yourself up about it, and that's still not as bad as somebody walking away hurt. Um, because at the end of the day, we want to win, but like not at the cost of somebody's health. Um, so I think it threw me into a very weird moment of like, this is a big opportunity for me. This is a big moment. I'm wrestling one of the biggest names in professional wrestling right now. And obviously, she hurt her ankle. Whether like I was directly involved in making that happen, whether I put her foot and calf in my hand and snapped her ankle myself, or I was selling somewhere else in the ring, at the end of the day, people are going to look at it and say, oh, she got hurt in that match with Willow. And obviously a bunch of like naughty words went through my head, like, oh, whatever. Oh no, this is bad. Um, like on a professional level and also on a personal level, you're like, that's a person who is now in pain and will not be able to do their job for months. So there is like a panic that goes into that. But at the end of the day, I think remaining professionalism and just trying to find a way to get through the curtain on the other side as safely as possible and as smoothly as possible is something we all have programmed in us to do. And I think I did that as best as I could that night. Ultimately, the fight went in my favor that night. I walked away champion, and it was a really great moment for my career. And personally, it was really like moving to hear how much the fans were behind me because I don't know, she's Snoop Dogg's cousin and she was in Long Beach, California, and yet people were saying I deserved it at the end of the night. Like I was not expecting that ovation, but as great as that was, going back through the curtain and worrying about her was something that kind of sent me into a spiral. So it's a bittersweet moment for sure. But I would like to think that I handled it as professionally as possible. And she is like the ultimate professional, the way that I think she handled that. And to have seen her in the crowd for All In, and I know all the interest and eyes that she still has on professional wrestling, being one of the biggest advocates and supporters for her best friend Trin. Like that's been so great to see her supporting Impact, AEW, New Japan, wherever. At the end of the day, we all love professional wrestling. That's why we do this. And to see her still share that love through all of this. And I think that's great. I don't know. I feel like I kind of answered a few questions along the way, but I hope that somewhere in that we got the answer.
We did. Not all I'm going to say about her is it's been amazing. And I think it reinforces what type of person she is. Like she's a star. I think seeing how much attention she commanded throughout last year and even this year, like she's constantly talked about and she's not even in the ring right now. Like imagine what it's going to be like when she is consistently back in the ring and she's healed. So I think that speaks to her work too.